First up, Ashutosh, show us what's around you, what is going on, what is the advisory to people, where does the rescue and relief operation also stand?
Well, Chaiti, all I see is the monsoon mayhem in Himachal Pradesh, and Mandi, one of the worst affected. We know the Kulu, Manali and this Mandi area, one of the worst affected. And here, right behind me, if I could just tell you that just 1 hour ago, I passed through this stretch from one side of the road to the another side. And just within 60-65 minutes, this area has gone totally submerged. And the water level, this has risen to at least 3 to 4 feet. This is the residential areas, all shops, everything, this structure are inundated. MCDs, the Municipal Corporation of Mandi is making an announcement to the people, asking them to evacuate, go to the safer places, go to the higher places where the adequate arrangements have been made. But other side, you see, this entire residential area has now gone totally submerged. And in fact, the riverbed side, because it falls just along the river Byas, all I see, even the color of the flowing river, angry river Byas, has totally changed. And this could probably because of some cloud burst, or the Pando Dam gates were probably open, because the water level is on rise since morning and the impact is now quite visible. In fact, other side, there's a mountain drain, several other drains coming together, and this probably was, if I could guess it, more 6 to 7 feet lower than what you see in these images. So all this have happened just in couple of hours. The water level has risen up to 6 to 7 feet further, and in fact the bridge that you see was washed away yesterday were among 7 others in Mandi area alone, which were one of the key connectivity bridge for the people that has been washed away. And other side you see the ancient temple, Shiva temple. In fact, this morning 6:30, around 7 o'clock, at least we could see the surface area of the temple, but now totally inundated and disconnected for the people. Of course, electricity in certain parts have been restored. People are being advised to evacuate and go to the safer area, but still we have onlookers. Despite all the advisories, all the preventive measures being taken, still we see the people are quite reluctant. They are not ready to give a heed what the administration is saying, that this could be probably risking their lives. As we see, the people have been seeing such kind of rain or furious monsoon, but this wasn't witnessed at this scale. Last the witness was in 1995, but this scale of devastation probably was never anticipated by the people of Mandi. In fact, if I could tell you that one of the most famous tourist destinations like Kulu and Manali have been totally disconnected by road from Mandi and other areas of Himachal Pradesh. There are people stranded and the efforts are being done to evacuate them or the airlift them. But look at the weather, this heavy rainfall since almost last 24 hours it went, and there's going to be no respite for another 48 hours. So even the airlifting task gonna be really hectic. There is no electricity, there is no power, no water supply, because water is being lifted from the river Byasi and other these low-lying areas. But since everything has gone standstill, the city standstill, Mandi people literally praying for their safety. Administration indeed keeping a close eye on the developments. All the agencies, SDRF, NDRF, trying their best to ensure.
You said that the tourist destinations were completely isolated at the moment, and tourists also have been stranded, and many people have been stranded in Kulu, you mentioned. What about the necessities? Is the administration making all the arrangements for their necessities, Ashutosh?
Well, Chaiti, if you see the efforts by the administration, the government, that are totally collapsed, looking at the gravity and the intensity of this situation, because they were never expected this level of monsoon. In fact, 90% of the monsoon rain that Himachal receives, I'm told by the administration, has already been passed in last 48 hours and is gonna continue for another 48 hours. So that's really making it challenging. First priority is to evacuate people from the low-lying areas, those who are living near the riverbed, and then ensure once they go to the safer places. But very importantly, those who are already stranded in places like Kulu and Manali, first to airlift them. There is no electricity because there was hydro project that was also almost virtually washed away. So that's really adding more and more challenges for the administration. The preparedness for the monsoon were quite adequate, as the government say, for the usual monsoon. But this wasn't expected even by the administration.
Absolutely. Manjeet is also with us. Manjeet, red alert in place at the moment for the next 48 hours as well?
Yes, indeed, Shati, the red alert has been sounded in at least 7 districts of Himachal Pradesh, and Mandi is one of the worst hit districts. As Asutosh was saying, we are at a place called 6 Mile. As far as the tourist season is concerned, Chati, tourist season, the summer tourist season in Himachal lasts till 15th of July. This last week of the season has been spoiled. Many tourists who had come to spend their holidays in Himachal Pradesh have been forced to cut their trips. Many are still stranded at various places. Hundreds of them are still in Manali area. They are waiting for the authorities to clear the road which has been blocked near the 6 Mile area. These people belong to various parts of the state. We spoke to them. They say they had never expected a fury like this when their entire plans have been spoiled by the torrential rains. This has also come as a big jerk to the state's tourism industry, which also faced losses during the COVID pandemic. But as far as the ground reality is concerned, the situation has become worse as the rains continue to lash in and around Mandi. The situation in other districts where red alert has been sounded remains the same, and the people of Himachal Pradesh and the guests who have come here to see the beauty of the nature will continue to face the difficulties for the next 3 days, as weatherman has predicted that rains will continue to occur at various places in the state for next 3 days. So there is no end to the worries of the locals.